Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo, that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo
What's good, everybody? Mike is in the building. Welcome to another FreeStyle Sunday Livestream. Super excited for this one, guys. I keep telling you guys, you try to get these done, you try to get them going, and you can never be prepared enough because we're doing things a little bit different tonight. For you guys that are keeping up on Instagram and YouTube, you know that we're gonna have a special guest here tonight. First off, I want to make sure I tell you guys happy belated Thanksgiving. Hopefully you and your family had a good one, man. I know I did. It was awesome with the wife and everything else. But yeah, we ended up hosting, so that was not fun cleaning up after. But another year with family. Always really, really good. All right, we're going to clean things up a little bit, guys, before we go any further. If you're here, you're watching the live stream, I'm not asking for much. Hit that thumbs up. If you want to drop a comment in the live chat, I'm more than happy to answer anything and everything that's going to help with the algorithm. And also, if you guys did not get an opportunity to actually give our last video a shot and give it a watch, just giving you a quick heads up now, we did that. Well, we didn't do it today. We actually finalized the video. It's a Motivation USA video, guys. I would appreciate you guys if you take a moment and go out and go check out that video. Let me show you a quick little preview of the video. Really dope stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Seeing where you can buy anything, everything premium for your motorcycle. But before we get into anything, guys, I'm gonna need you to smash that thumbs up so we can get good with the algorithm. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we need growth. That's the one way we're gonna keep this going, all right? It's time for plan B. What we're doing today is a very small project, and I want to kind of show you guys what you could do here at Motivation USA that doesn't require quite a bit of money. As you guys know, you can see the Street Fighter right behind. And here we go. This is just a little quick little preview of the video, guys. Wanted you to see the video that was uploaded today on the Motivation USA YouTube channel. With the Street Fighter. It's basically a mini build series of what I'm doing with the Street Fighter. We're talking about. We're gonna do some small changes. I thought that'd be pretty dope. Current mods that I've done. I streamlined the front end of the bike, so basically, bar end mirrors. I have updated that. I did some two-part series. Grips. We're gonna redo the grips. And I also did over, and then we're gonna move down to the bottom of the bike. Feel free to check out that video and smash that thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it as well. Drop a comment. Why not? So, lots is going on tonight, guys. Hopefully everything is good with y'all and everything else. So, I'm gonna jump into the comment section real quick. Just want to say hello to everybody, and of course, read your comments. You guys know that I do that until the Forber gets here. He will be here. This vlog is actually inspired by you. So, last Sunday, it was a lot of questions about NEMM. Will we ever do the Northeast Moto Meetup ever again? And then, you know, we kind of spoke about the Forber and some of the people that was putting it together, BX Polymath and everything else. And it gave me a great idea to kind of tackle this conversation tonight. And I thought to myself, what's the best way to tackle a conversation is by having other people that we can bounce ideas back and forth of. So there's a little history there. I'm going to kind of cover that as well. And we'll kind of hear it out until Adam kind of comes in. Give me a second, guys. Let's take a quick look at the stream. Here we go. What's up, D Nice? Governor D Nice, always here, always showing love. Donna Main, what's good? We have T-Rex Vlogs, guys. Welcome, sir. Thank you for watching. Again, if you guys are watching, please smash that thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Of course, my lovely wife is always in the chat. Anthony Lamastro. Hey, all, everyone had a great holiday weekend. Yeah, man, I had a great holiday weekend as well. Let's see what we got here. Mirad fan here. I've never seen him before. He's fairly new. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, man. Basically, you say, been following you since I found your video years ago about how you made your logo. Wow, that was from the jump. That was the very beginning. That was before all of these bikes blessed the shed, guys. All of these bikes managed to bless the garage. That was the very beginning. I had no idea what I was doing in that time frame. I was basically winging it. I wanted to kind of get creative, which have always been my vision when it comes to YouTube. Really be creative and do stuff that's not just your run-of-the-mill, like, you know, racing or a hooligan. I wanted to be very creative on YouTube. So that was one of the main things I wanted to do while I was on YouTube, guys. So here we are now. I'm kind of switching things up, a little bit more format, a little bit more structure, but still bringing the creativity. Let's see what we got here. Nice audio. Thank you. Oh, T-Rex Motovlogs, guys. He just mentioned a quick thing that's very important in the live chat, that Motivation only deals with metric, which is for European bikes, you know, Triumph, Ducatis, Aprilias. I'm here to tell you that is not true. If you partner with the team, tell them you're coming from my page and my stream or whatever. Let them know what you're looking for is for a Japanese bike. They will make it happen, brother. Trust me. All right, use my link in the description. They'll make it happen. Myriad is asking if I've ever ridden with fans. I'm glad you're asking that question, by the way. We do ride with people. I don't like to say fan per se, part of my community or a small little community. This is what exactly we're going to be discussing about. I have one of the OG New York motovloggers coming into the stream live where we can chat and talk about things. He was one of the founders of NEMM, helped put it together where we did a huge meetup. So stick around. That answer is going to be dive into a lot further where we can kind of cover everything. I picked up 20. T-Rex picked up a 2021 Road Glide. Dude, I saw that on Instagram, and I did not expect to see you on a Harley. So, you know, as long as you're riding, that's all that matters. And if you're enjoying your ride, you're coasting, I'm good with it. I never thought I'd jump on a TTR 125 Yamaha, and that's the thing I'm looking for right now. So, you know, it's an evolving sport or hobby, I'd say. So, you know, I'm always looking to jump in between things. So I'm just gonna go through the chat here, guys, as the Fobra kind of get himself all together and join the channel, and then we can start having this conversation. Donna's looking for a sport touring or an ADV bike. Looking for that dad bike. Nah, man, as long as it's comfortable, you know, like I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sport bikes to me, I've always had a vision where I know I want one. I know I want a really nice one. I never felt the need to buy it right away because I didn't want to buy a bike that's super expensive, super fast, and not super comfortable to be on the road for a whole day or going to the canyons or something. I wanted something where it could be great for cars and coffees. If I'm going to do a 4-hour ride or something like that to that nature, it'd be great to, you know, to have that. But I don't have to worry about my back hurting me, my wrist hurting me, or feeling very cramped for a very long period of time. So that's why I ended up grabbing some of these bikes that I'm super comfortable with. You can see pretty much my entire stable is, you know, I guess bikes that are ideal. The Monster is something that you can ride all day. I go out with the wife and just enjoy ourselves and have coffee, go for dinner, ride a, you know, watch a movie or something like that. The Hyper is great for locally in the neighborhood where we could do certain things and no problem there at all. And in the same frame, I can still enjoy myself and be comfortable. And then you have the Street Fighter, which is the beast of the entire group. I still get the comfortability. I still get comfort. I still get the speed. You know, granted, you're not completely protected from the elements, but it's something that's really good for me. I feel like it's the right bike, man. All right, I'm just gonna say what's up to Hold Fast. I can't stay, just jumping in. Oh, he can't stay, but he wanna jump in and say what's up, man. Yeah, if you can't stay, I appreciate you tuning in. Definitely hit that thumbs up on your way out. You could always watch it later because I'll keep it up. It's basically us covering NEMM, Northeast Motor Meetup, the success of it, the hurdles we had to deal with. So it's something that is going to be an interesting vlog. Let's just say that. It's an interesting live stream. So thank you for coming through. Elijah, thank you, man. I'm glad you actually made it into the stream this time. D, what was your worst experience with New York riding? Oh, D had asked a very good question. My worst experience about riding in New York City. Sorry about that, guys. I had the track playing in the background, which was not supposed to be playing. Again, I keep mentioning this to you guys. Doing the live stream is a whole new beast to me. Not only I'm learning the curves of being on time, preparation, having all the cuts of what I want to talk about, what I want to show. all of it is a huge learning opportunity. So, you know, so hopefully you guys could stick around and deal with it with me. All right. So I just checked. The Furbo is definitely here. I'm just gonna answer a couple of comments real quick, and then we can start chatting, guys. Hold on one second. There were a couple of good ones that was here for a second. Worst experience riding in New York. So what I'll do is I'll come back to those guys. All right. So we're already a good 17 minutes into the stream. You guys know it's about an hour in, and like usual, I always tell you guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing that every 20 minutes, so don't get annoyed. Itinerary King. Okay, there's a couple of great comments, guys. If you guys don't mind, you could definitely drop your comments a little bit later on the chat. I will continue to reply to everybody. I definitely want to get the Furbo back in here. So give me a second. Let me just set that up. Well, then you get to see the beauties for a split second.
All right, so I gotta go look here now.
Guys, welcome to Furbo. Hit that thumbs up, man. Very excited to have him on the live stream, guys. I know we talked about last stream about NEMM. Will we ever do it again? And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to actually get the Furbo on. And you know, you guys, some of you guys know him as Adam. The guys of you in the ether know him as the Furbo. He's one of the founders of NEMM, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to talk with him. Because what? He doesn't even freaking ride bikes anymore, guys. He doesn't even ride bikes anymore. So I'll let him get to that.
What's up? No, so I think my video is frozen on the phone here. Can you hear me? You can see me, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's cool. It's funny. Just the other day, I was watching a couple of the NEM. After I spoke to you, I went back and I watched a couple of the NEMM videos, mine, yours, a whole bunch of other people. It was really cool. The one where we went through New York City, and then the one upstate. It was just, you know, it was a lot of fun. NEMM was a special time. You know.
I think it was more than special, guys. I'm just letting you know now, only because the first time we did it, it was all great. It was a lot of work, and everyone kind of chipped in and stuff like that. To be honest, we're gonna hit you guys with a little bit of gem in my personal opinion here. NEMM takes a ton of work, a ton of time. A lot of people. It was myself, Adam, BX Polymath, and Angelo, which actually helped, right?
Research, yeah, research was a big help. Missed that guy.
Yeah. So what ended up happening, guys, is that I think during the last NEMM that we did, I think I went off the wire a little bit. I think the Furbo would probably agree with me on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, it's a very high tense situation, a lot of inputs by a lot of us guys, and I think I let the stress get the best of me. My personal opinion, now that I had time to reflect on it and thought about things, I think I allowed the stress to get to me where it basically not annoyed everybody. We all kind of just went at each other a little bit. And we still had the event, but it still took a toll on the overall event itself personally, right? Do you agree, Adam?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, look, we're all going through things. Everybody's got stuff going on. NEMM at its purest form was just getting together, having a great time. And no matter what, I don't think anything could take it away from that. It still was great rides every time we went out. And listen, every time you and I would go out, it was a great ride. And whatever got people crazy or what, I don't want it to ever take away from what was kind of accomplished. It was a lot of work, and I know you put in a tremendous amount of work. Really, Mike, you did. And it was because it's a lot of responsibility. I think we learned that after the first NEMM.
Yeah.
When you have that many riders, you have to be responsible for them. You can't just, we can't just ride and forget about everything. There was so much preparation. I remember you were having like an EMT there. I mean, you were thinking about things that we weren't thinking about. I think, to me, and I can't speak for Dio, to me it was a ride. And to you, you know, you had this broader view of it, and, you know, I'm not going to fault you for that. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people that when we do these rides and we get together and we put everything all together, first we did, not only we were just doing rides, we were getting sponsors to do giveaways, which was awesome. Everyone ended up contributing. I always tell people that one thing we have to keep in mind, even though the event looks amazing, the edit looks amazing afterwards, I was gonna say in most cases, but pretty much in all of the cases, the guys that are putting things together or at least organizing it, making sure everyone is safe, myself, research, you know, Adam, BX Polymath, the front level for us is basically when we all meet up after the ride, when we're all eating all together, knowing that everyone is safe, everyone made it. That's where we actually enjoy it. Outside of that, the ride is technically not as fun as it looks on video, right? Do you agree, Adam?
I agree 100%. The one we did in New York City, listen, it was fun going down the West Side Highway with all those cars. It was a little nerve-wracking, making sure we had everybody. You're right. The point at which I started to really enjoy the day was when we were at Spiegel. At Spiegel, the bikes were parked. We were just hanging out, getting to know people. Tons of people were there. That's when it became a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. The ride was awesome. It was great to be, going by the Freedom Tower over the Brooklyn Bridge as a group. But like you said, you're worried. You're like, who's this guy right next to me? Or are we going to lose people? Or, what's going on? And I remember you were in the right lane, kind of pushing people away from us. That was stressful. You know what I mean? You're right. There's so much that goes through your head on a big group ride. I mean, it's different. When you're in a ride with, we've ridden with 6, 7, 8 guys. And, these are guys that we know, right?
Yeah.
Guys that we know that we can, that you can put your trust into. Not that the people at NEMM, I couldn't trust them, but I didn't know them the way I know, like a Pete the Greek, you know what I mean? Or a Wendy or a Johnny D.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're riding with these guys, you always got to watch out for, heaven forbid, something's to happen. You don't want things to go sour, because at the end of the day, it was our name on it, you know what I mean? So if things go bad, that would be it. We would never have another ride. If, there was a police incident, it's going to reflect on all of us. And we really wanted that to be a positive ride. Because I think we were inspired by like the Georgia rides and things like that, Chase and Two Wheels was doing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted it to be positive, because there's really a lot of good people in New York, and then everybody just wanted to have a good time. And I think we accomplished that on pretty much every ride.
Yeah. And most importantly, guys, you know what's interesting? I did say there was some tension between all of us towards the last one we ended up doing. What's amazing, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, where you have a good friend or family or something like that, you disagree on something, and then, it blows over, and then the following time you meet up and you guys talk, it's like it was yesterday. That's the beauty about it. Nothing gets completely under anyone's skin to the point where it's like, oh, forever. We can never deal with each other. So I think that's one of the coolest part about it. In retrospect, I laugh at myself at this point of how far I was kind of like raging over something where it's supposed to be fun. So, but it's good to see you back, man. And I think who knows what the future holds in regards to NEMM, what ends up happening. I really hope we end up doing something. It might not even be exactly that, but I could see us doing something, because we're getting a lot of feedback. I mean, in any event that I go to here in New York, I bump into people. They tend to bring that up as if it's something that's known to happen. So I went to Cycle Gear. People bring it up all the time. They're willing to contribute and help. So it's something that's cool. Yeah.
I don't know, if you could put together an NEMM, and I remember, I forgot who used to jump in on every live stream we did, and used to yell like LIMM. Remember that crap they used to drop on us?
That was Anna. That was definitely Anna. Putting pressure.
And can I also say that Anna put a tremendous amount of work too? We can't forget how much work she put into all the NEMMs, because she was a big part of that, and I don't want her to be forgotten, all the work that she put into those rides as well. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree. Now, guys, we're going to have to get into the nitty-gritty of the real conversation there, because, Yes, NEMM is a really good conversation. Lots of great videos. By the way, you could always hit up the Phobos channel and see some of the content that we produce regarding NEMM on mine as well. You have a bunch of other content creators out here in New York that created videos, but this is where it gets a little grim, I'd say, man. Adam is done with uploading on YouTube, and he got rid of his bike. We gotta hear this because I want to know what's going on. Why did you dip out? Will you ever come back? What is going on? Tell us.
Well, it's funny, Mike. Like, this is actually the first time I've seen you, quote unquote, seen you in a long time. But we've talked on the phone quite a bit in the past, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. You know what? I made this video like 6 times so far. Matter of fact, I threw up on Instagram that I was doing it, and I just got rid of it. I didn't like it. It's just, the bottom line is, and I've always said this, like, motorcycling is risk reward, right?
Yes.
You accept some risk for the reward, and for me, the reward was always greater than the risk, always. I love riding a motorcycle. I still do love riding a motorcycle. I miss riding a motorcycle. I miss my friends, the getaways, and getting out and doing stupid stuff and just laughing in the scenas, and all of that I do. But it was a combination of a lot of things. It was the pandemic. I used to ride to work a lot. The bike sat for a while. Used to go out with the guys, and then the big thing, it was in my mind. On my mind, I'm like, am I going to keep this bike? Am I going to ride it? Am I riding it? And then, Mike, you know what happened, and I'm pretty sure everybody else knows what happened. The big thing that kind of changed everything for me and for a lot of us was Mark.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing, and if people out there don't know, Mark S4303. I would imagine a lot of people in the chat have met him. Mark was always hanging with us.
Yeah.
He had a brain, and you know this, Mike. Mark had a brain aneurysm in July of 2020, and he had some strokes, and he was in a coma for several weeks, and he'll never be the same. He lives in a extended care facility, and he'll probably be there for a long time.
Yeah, I know it's something that's sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Adam. I do not mean to cut you off, guys. This is something that's quite a bit personal. We don't have to go super in depth through it. Let's just say something life-changing happened with one of our really good friends of ours that we all rode with. A lot of you have met, that things are not as it should be. So that's one of the main things.
Listen, I did put up a GoFundMe. A lot of people for Mark, and a lot of people did contribute. I do thank everybody who did that, because it's been a really rough thing for his family. So I still talk to Mark. I call him whenever I can. I get over there whenever I can. But without Mark, I don't know. Everything just changed. And I put the bike up for sale, and it sold in like 4 days. It was the easiest sell.
You know something, Adam? Sorry, I don't mean to stop you. I just had to quickly mention this. Yeah. I noticed a small transition, like a transitional period when you started slowly not riding as much. Even prior to that whole thing happening to Mark, I always felt to myself, I'm like, oh man, he's not going out as much or not riding as much. I think certain things, not a lot of people tend to understand. They tend to see the highlight reel on YouTube or see the highlight reel on Instagram, all of the great times and the fun times, guys. A lot tends to happen on the back end, regarding personal stuff, and it tends to impact a lot of that stuff personally. Even for myself, you saw about, like, I was off, what would you say, Adam, like 2 years? I was off YouTube. I was not uploading.
Yeah, you weren't uploading for a while.
Yeah.
You get burnt out from it. I get that.
But man, I have no idea how you got to the point of deciding you would sell that bike. Like, even if I was not riding, I don't know if I'd be able to get rid of my bikes. I'd probably just keep them. But then again, I'm probably a bit of a spoiled brat, so I'm not gonna say that.
it's funny, when I sold it, I remember you texted me. You're like, dude, you're making a mistake. You're making a mistake. But I think the thing with Mark was just the straw that broke the camel's back for me. And I was just like, I don't know. It's not the same. So I was just like, I guess if the bike didn't sell as fast, it wouldn't have been gone. So it wouldn't have been gone maybe. But I mean, I literally put that up for sale, and within, I don't know, 5 days gone. And I had like 6 other people who wanted to look at it. I mean, it's a beautiful bike. Don't get me wrong. And I do miss that bike. That was my favorite motorcycle. And listen, if you brought the monster to my house and said, take it out for a blast, I had the best time. I know I would. I know it. I know it. There's nothing about a motorcycle that I dislike. It's an amazing experience. You know, you and I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything that I rode. I don't regret any of the rides we did. I don't regret. I mean, it was so much positive. I mean, we did those Operation the cheesecake things.
Yeah.
We raised money for veterans charities. We did a lot of good. So, and I met some amazing people. So I have no regrets there. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's weird. I actually stopped watching like motorcycle YouTube for like a year.
Wow.
I don't even want to see. Can't even look at it, you know. But then again, you weren't uploading too for a while.
Yeah, I was not uploading for a little bit. Again, I was just dealing with a lot. You guys I'm pretty vocal about it. You guys know something had happened with Anna, and I was, you know, just dealing with a lot of that. Not just the situation itself, really getting myself in the right state of mind, you know, because basically certain things tend to happen. You have to restructure your entire life, you know, everything. We're talking about from A to Z kind of thing. So I was dealing with that, and I was also working with motivation, and I prioritized that instead because it had a financial benefit as well. So I ended up prioritizing that, and yeah, so that's what I ended up doing. But one thing that I've noticed, Adam, not to get like super personal, but I felt, well, not that I felt, do you feel like when you had your accident, that was the beginning of the slowly decline to riding? Because I felt like you rode less, and it took you a little bit longer to kind of get to it. I mean, you don't have to necessarily answer that. I'm just kind of, just my thought,
Listen,
at least.
When I got hit, I mean, that was 2014. You know, it took me a year of arm therapy to even have the strength to pull in a clutch handle. You know what I mean? But you know, getting back on a bike after something like that, it you know, you second guess everything. It changed the way I rode. I was always looking for the person who, you know, jump out of the side street and mow you over. That took a couple of years to get over that before I felt like I was, you know, not looking over my shoulder. I mean, that definitely changed it. I don't know if it necessarily lessened it. I mean, thinking back at it, maybe it may have. I mean, we did a lot of longer rides prior to that, but I was still riding. I was still going out and just, you know, like I said, going out with the guys, it's just, we used to laugh our ass off. And you know, because you'd be in the comms with us, and we were just, it was so stupid. And that's why people used to say, like, how come you don't upload that stuff? And I'm like, because that's us talking, you know, that's me and the guys, and we're being stupid and we're laughing. I mean, sometimes you're on a ride, you laugh so hard, your face hurts from laughing. And that's an amazing gift. That's a freaking beautiful gift. And I'm like, that's a private thing. I don't share that with the world. You know, unless it was something different. But I really, half of those things I didn't record on a lot of rides because it's a personal thing. But I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question. Maybe it was. I don't know. I really had no intention of selling that bike, even in like last winter. No, not last winter of 2020 or whatever you want to call it. You know, December, January, let's say. But everything just kind of happened.
Guys, by the way, that guy Kells is in the live chat. By the way, this actual live stream had a lot to do with you because you brought up NEMM and asking us to ride, by the way. Also, guys, it's that 20-minute mark as well. If you can, if you're new, if you're just tuning in, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Appreciate that. The other question that I had for you, Adam, I thought that was super interesting. One thing you did really well when you were super active on YouTube was doing tech articles. I know you were getting involved with RevZilla and working hand in hand with them. any chance that you would go back to doing those things just as a side off? Because I could see tech articles still being something you do, even though you're not riding as much, or you're on the street or anything like that. So what do you think?
I would love to do, because that, honestly, that was one of the, and you know this, that was the thing that I liked the best, doing the gear review. The gear reviews, I used to like them because I would watch gear reviews and everything was always rosy. I was like, well, what do they really like? You know, I want to know about them. And plus, I was a bit of a gear whore, so I'd be buying all sorts of freaking gear, no matter where we go.
Yeah.
So it was a marriage of convenience. As far as the tech articles go, I love that stuff. That to me is a lot of fun, because you go on YouTube and you try to find how to do things, and I don't know. I like things a certain way. I like to see all the details, so I always try to do my tech articles that way. They took a ridiculous amount of time, and I used to laugh, and I'm like, a motovlog would take, Christ, it'd be like 45 minutes, edited, done, finito, it's out the door. A tech article or a gear review, it's like, and you know this because I see the work you do. It's hours upon hours upon hours. It's really knowing what you have to say. Everything has to be perfect, because you want it to be right. But yeah, I would love to do something like that. I haven't even talked to the guys at Revzilla. I hope they're doing well. That place is the best. That place, I used to get everything from there, because they're, I don't know. Did you ever go down with us? You rode down to Revzilla with us once, didn't you?
Yeah, I've ridden down to Revzilla with you guys. Been pretty. Actually, we had a really big ride with. If I recall, was Pete the Greek was there. You, Mark. We've had Q from Brooklyn was there. We had a huge ride, actually. Yeah, even A actually rode with us. Actually, that was wild, man.
Yeah, we went down to Revzilla a few times. That was a good time.
So
yeah, we did some good rides, man.
Yeah, we had some really good stuff. Quick question for you. Another thing I'd like to bring up. Do you foresee yourself revamping your channel or just never coming back? Because I think it's a loss for this community, because you did some fantastic tech articles. Your stuff always had great humor, and it was it had a level of professionalism which I always respected. That was one of the things I strived personally for my own channel. There was a lot of virtue signaling, of doing super hooligan stuff, of to getting clout and blowing up your channel, but I felt like you never crossed that line, and I always felt like I don't want to cross that line. I want to do something that's respectful and something that that's basically gonna guide me to where I really want to be. And to be honest, I haven't taken off completely where I want to be, but it's guided me to the point where I have a huge collaboration with Motivation, and that's been huge. I've been connecting with tons of other brands, so to some degree it works. So what's your take? Would you come back?
You know what? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm kind of obsolete. If there's one thing about YouTube, it's if you're not current, you're past. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the way I feel. I feel like if I don't even know if anybody even watched something if I put something out. I don't have a bike anymore. I do think there. I love to create. That was my creative outlet. But I don't know. Who knows? Right now, I put out something when I sold the bike in July of 2020. I haven't done anything since. I did, like I said, I did try to make a video explaining, and I was like, nah, it's just too. It's not what I want to do. It's not me. So I just leave, kind of bow out gracefully. But I don't know, dude. I have no idea what time will tell. Like I said, I do miss it. I do miss going out with everybody. I just miss hanging out. I don't know.
It's so funny. I struggle with this. I struggle with the same demon as well, man, when it comes to that stuff. I feel like with YouTube, it's one of those things that when you start thinking about it as a in the box moment, like I don't have a bike or I can't make motorcycle content. That's the beauty of YouTube to me, man. It's almost like winter's coming around, and I thought to myself, hey, I really want to get gears and going. Like you said, if you're not present, you're the you're the past, right? That's what you said. Analogy.
Yeah. If you're not current, you're past.
Now I'm working double to get things going because I've been gone for so long, just to kind of get it back to where it needed to be and push forward. But the beauty about it, you don't necessarily have to have a bike. You can still do tech articles about motorcycles. You can still write about most current releases. You can still, there's just so much avenues to explore. Like for the winter, for me, it's going to be completely different. And I intend to do it a little bit different. And thank God to the time that I took off, I'm able to think clearly and freshly on how to do things. Because, you know, it's YouTube, man.
Yeah, no, it's true. I just wonder if anybody would watch it. I know you would watch it. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course.
It's interesting, and we used to talk back in the day about collaborating with all these New York motorcycle personalities, and then like you got that guy Kells. I know I was watching him. Of course, DOU, BK Lowe's doing well. I checked out one of his videos the other day. Good for him. I text him every once in a while, but I don't know. That's something I'm gonna miss because I feel like we were on the cusp of building something here with all these great person. Illustrator, I haven't talked to him in forever. All these people who are really just different types of personalities, different types of bikes, different types of riders. And I feel like we were on the cusp of bringing that all together. Even with NEMM, that's kind of what NEMM was about. It was getting everybody together. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I still think there's an opportunity for that because I'm sure there are more people that are. There was another guy. God, I can't remember his name. There's another guy that BK Lowe shot. He was shouting out, and he had a bike. He was a pretty cool creator as well.
Is he from New York too?
There's an opportunity from New York too. Yeah, he had a Harley, of course. I mean, BK Lowe shooting him out. He shot him out. He had a Harley. But I mean, there's still a lot of people that you can still create something, create like a community, and I think that's what we were trying to build. So I mean, as far as me, I don't know. You never know. I don't know if there's a place for me anymore. You know what I mean? That's my thought.
Well, you know the thing is, I don't know, you've known me for a long time, and you've known my game plan when it comes to doing YouTube and creating content and being creative and everything else. I've always had a huge, I don't know if I say urge or I had a huge passion for collaborating with people that's locally in New York, because I always felt like, this is my honest opinion when it comes to that. When we start looking at Cali, we start looking at Florida with Shade Tree, you're looking at your 650 Eves, you got the Atlanta boys, you have the Texas boys. These guys managed to make it work. They managed to kind of get something rolling all together, and everyone is able to win and gain something. And I've had that passion from the beginning, because I always felt in order to have a bigger impact outside of yourself, or at least not to be greedy or anything like that, is to kind of work with people. And what's tough to me is, I think, including myself, I'm not excluded by this. Everyone has an air about themselves, like this above and beyond about themselves when it comes to New York. And I even suffer from that. I'm able to step back and look at myself. But I feel like that's been the toughest thing about making a Northeast or New York City kind of group. And to speak to some of the people that's been uploading, I know quite a few are still working and haven't stopped. I don't think Illustrator even upload anymore. I don't think a lot of people just kind of just died out. Even a lot of names are escaping me, but everything kind of slowly died out. And I don't know. I think everyone has their own little bubble, their little aura when it's like New York, very New York swagger. So that became like everyone's doing their own thing. And I think that hurt this community more than anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to build something, everybody's got to be in it. I didn't know so many people weren't creating. I know Dio still uploads every once in a while. I always look for his stuff. But yeah, there was a time where people were just, creating and having fun, and I think that we really tried to capitalize on that. I know you talked about it all the time, but that's unfortunate that people are kind of bowing out. I mean, I'm not blaming them because I did the same thing. I kind of backed away as myself, but it's sad because I mean, this is New York. This is the greatest city. This is the greatest city in the world, greatest state. And we should be able to build something that's just as big and bold as New York itself. But apparently, that it's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that this is not happening. I think at this point, but and I've come to the conclusion. It's like just keeping my head down and doing my thing and following what I'm really passionate about. By the way, shout out to Anthony Lamastro from Florida for the super chat. Appreciate it. Everything that you guys do or donate to this channel, it just continue building all of this stuff. So good looks for that. I will be answering, well, we will be sticking around a little bit longer past the hour mark because I had that weird moment where nothing was working. So most likely I'll try to edit that out.
You got it. You fixed it.
That was crazy, man. By the way, what was happening is that my... Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking. I remember that. I was just thinking about the very first time I met you. I don't even think you remember.
Do tell, man. It'll probably jog my memory.
Q brought you to my house.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He just self-invited himself to your house and then brought me along just like randomly. That was wild.
Love that guy. I got clutch first standing in front of my driveway. He hooks me up with a clutch first sticker. I remember that. And you pulled out a GoPro, or maybe 2 GoPros, and enough wire on the GoPro to kill a man. And Q and I just looked at you like, look at this guy. What the? Dude, you had so much tech on you. It was awesome. And I knew it. I was like, this guy's he's doing stuff. He was very interesting.
Yo,
you were great, man.
I'm really, for you guys that don't know anything about this, I'm the kind of person, if I'm doing something, if I can do it as best as I can or get it to my liking or just basically if I'm putting time, allotting my time to do something, it has to be great. It has to be good. You guys know I was talking about doing a live stream, and it's something I've been working on. I ended up picking up all this gear and just doing research after research. Like today, the majority of my Sunday was spent test fitting this whole live stream, how it's gonna work. And I've been streaming my wife all day, so it's kind of wild. And I want things to be a certain way. I think it's one of my strengths and my weaknesses. One of my strengths and weakness, because to a point where I want everything to be to a T. I want it to be well done.
That's what was so great.
What is it?
Well, it's funny. That's why when things were going wrong before, I wanted to text you and be like, dude, it's okay. Things are gonna be fine. Because I know it's killing you because you like this. Perfect. But that was so.
Yeah, that was rough, man. I was like, oh no, I've been practicing to do this all day.
It was so cool, man. It's cool.
And then all in the mix, by the way, in the entire mix.
That was forever ago.
I have like a soundboard, and I think I left the audio playing from one of the channels in the first couple of minutes. Of course, it's just so much happening at the same time. If you guys could see what I'm seeing, you'd be like, what the fuck? So, but that's the only way to get the quality and able to stream where it's smooth, it's not janky, and making it work. And I still got to work on getting that Zoom call completely ironed out. By the way, this is not just going to be with like other vloggers. There's a good chance that I'm going to start bringing on people that are just passionate about writing, that's part of the channel, or anybody that has an interesting conversation, just like this stemmed from that guy Kel's comment about NEMM and stuff like that. That's where we are here. So I think we have a lot of opportunities to do great things. And anyway, I refuse to give up. I've invested so much time into YouTube, into not necessarily the motorcycles. The motorcycles themselves are just my own passion. I love the bikes and I love having them. To be honest, it's a bonus that I'm able to do it in a manner where it doesn't really cost me much because of YouTube. So thank you to that. I refuse to throw in the towel, man. I'm the kind of person that want to work, and I refuse to say, hey, I'm done with something. You know, I'm passionate about it. There's a lot of learning opportunities, at least for me. I think even for Adam as well. Everybody that does, because basically YouTube tend to continuously evolve and change to something else. You think you have it figured out this month, the next 2 months you don't know shit. It's a thing. It's a lottery, and you know, I'm not looking for the fast pace. Me personally, I've come to the conclusion, for me, I'm not part of the fast pace. Some people get lucky, they win the YouTube lottery and it just blows up. One of those people, man. All my life has always been that way. If I'm not grinding or working hard for something to get to where I want to be, I'll just never get it. That's just been me, man. You know what I mean?
So are you thinking about doing another ride? Maybe summer of 2022, according to Anna?
Well, so, oh my God, Vit Romney's here. He's saying, I'm definitely considering doing something, but I think it's going to require to have more people on board. I don't want to have the entire load on my back. And plus, Anna really can't contribute as much. Yeah, Anna can't really contribute as much because of her condition and everything else, but I'm sure she would still make her best effort. But I'm thinking not necessarily a ride, but maybe just have everybody come and just meet up for like a cars and coffee, and everybody just have food and talk about rides, and whether you ride or not, you can still come through. I think something like that would be a great start to kind of do. You know, I know everybody that ride bikes would just love just coming through, just bringing their bike anyway, just to hang out and eat. So I think that's a good starting point.
If you can find a place, or you know, a lot that'll let you, that'd be great, because that's what it's all about. That's the connection right there. I mean, It's nice to ride, and you know, people could roll in together. You know, if they want to meet up and run in without making it a formal big ride, and take a lot of the pressure off. But you still get the best part of the ride. You get that after part. You know.
I 100% agree, man. 100% agree. So, I'm gonna ask you this question. I know you're not riding anymore. You got rid of your bikes, guys. We're gonna tackle this question with Adam, and then we'll start answering some questions. So, any of you guys that had asked questions, we probably either scroll back or I'll probably just go in reverse because I don't want to go up and have a dead space. I already had enough dead space here. Adam, what bike would you get right now based on what's out? I know you have been out of the loop, so I'm sure you're aware with the new Speed Triple that came out. Beautiful. And of course the Street Fighter V2. We have a ton of stuff. The new MT-07. There's a ton of bikes that are out. What would you get if you could, or if you were coming back, you thought you'd get something, and money was not an option? What would you get?
Well, I still like the MT-10. I think that's a beautiful bike. Or I would get. I'm still not a fan of the Speed Triple. It would be a Street Triple 765R.
Yeah.
I still love the Street. Or I hate to say it, that new Ducati Monster's looking pretty good.
Oh man, that's a conversation to be had, man. I think a lot of people are not digging that bike. After that one came out, man, I'm like holding on to my Monster to my heart, very, very close. It's not my favorite, but what is it?
Yours is what is yours, 821? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's the same one, 821. It's part of that engine line. But the thing is, I understand exactly what Ducati did for that bike and the reason why they did it, making it lighter and not focus on getting more power. The lighter the bike is, you don't have to worry about the engine per se to get more power out of it. But getting rid of the trellis frame is a little bit of a... It's one of those things that's going to take a little bit for people to get used to. But I could see the benefit of it because the Street Fighter is in that same category. It doesn't have a trellis frame. It has the same chassis setup as a Panigale. So that bike is basically all engine. The Street Fighter is basically all engine, guys. Just going to show you guys this real quick. That bike is practically all engine. So when we're looking at right here, from right here, the whole engine from here and there is only connected to here. That's it. You have a couple of mounting points here, and then the subframe goes from back here. So you're literally sitting on the engine, and that design without the trellis frame itself allows the bike to be extremely flickable, a lot lighter, and you could have a bigger engine. But I understood why he did that in the Monster, but the look is really different. I think a lot of people are a little taken back by Ducati's setup there. So let's see how it goes.
I gotta say hello to Manny and Elijah in the chat there. Good to see him. It's been a while.
Yeah, man. Do you want to jump into the comment section and read, guys? We are at the hour and 8-minute mark. If you are here, you're watching, smash the thumbs up. Again, it helps with the algorithm. Not asking for much. It definitely helps the situation. That way it keeps the... Huh?
You got some echo going on.
There we go. How about there?
Better.
Nice.
For me, I really like the naked bikes. After having the Street Triple, I mean, it was a 675. There's something about a naked bike. It's just so comfortable. I love the torque of it. I really fell in love with that, that type of bike, that genre of motorcycle, whatever you want to call it.
Well, the funny thing is,
So that would be for me.
the Furbo's always been a super bike guy, guys. So, and I was always the guy with the naked bike. Everybody had like a super bike or ZX14 or CBR, and I'm like on the naked all day, rocking hard with everybody, no problems there. And slowly, everyone else is moving to the naked. I told you guys, like, the money value to the riding position and being comfortable, especially now in this current climate, you're not losing anything. Power, the only thing is the wind gust. If you know. So that's the thing. That's the thing to me.
Wind never bothered me. Only until you hit like 110 and you start feeling a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're gonna feel a crosswind on anything. But I mean, the street was nice.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, if you're here, we're gonna jump to answer question. If you guys want to ask any question in the live chat, we'll spend the next 10 or 15 minutes just replying to you guys and just going back and forth. So hit us up now if you want to. By the way, if you're just tuning in, if you've been watching, doesn't cost you anything. Smash the freaking thumbs up. That's all I'm asking. I need to get back into the algorithm because YouTube kind of forgot all the fucking work that I put in years ago, all of a sudden. So that's gonna help, man. All right, right there. I'll leave the screen as is, guys, right now, and we'll just be going through the comments. I guess Adam, you want to start from the bottom, and I'll start from the top. We'll go one at a time.
What do we got here? We're gonna need I don't know. I'm looking for questions. Elijah says speedy all the way. I know he's got a beautiful Speed Triple R.
Yeah, his is red. Beautiful bike.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous bike. Let's see. V-Twin Forest is saying he feels the wind at 65. Oof. I don't know what he's on. A V-Twin, he must be on a Harley or...
Yeah, he's on a cruiser. He's on a cruiser, I think. I think the way the structure is when you sit down, you feel it a lot more. So
I never... Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of cruisers. I just don't like the seating position. Love the way they look. I think cruisers are beautiful. Just not a fan of the seating position at all.
Yo, shout out to the gentleman who just super chat $10. It just says M. It doesn't say your entire name, but thank you. Again, whatever you guys contribute to the channel, I appreciate it. It doesn't really go to any pocket per se, but it helps me build the studio and getting better equipment and to produce better content. So that's where that's going to be heading towards.
Got to give a shout out to Donna May. Nice to see him still around. I don't know if he's still creating content. He's been around for a while.
Oh, that's where I was at last time. Adam Myriad was asking if we ever ride with people that watches our channel. And he got a Harley this year, so.
Watch it. You mean just people who want to randomly meet up?
Yeah, I mean, people that watches your content kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember Mark and I met up with somebody in like Northport and rode with him for the day. The problem why I shy away from doing that, and I think you'd agree, is when you ride with somebody, you kind of need to know, who they are as far as are they the type of rider you want to be with? Are they going to be taking unnecessary risks?
Yes.
Put the crew in danger.
Yes.
Because it's not just me. If we bring somebody into the mix, and let's say it's you, me, and 4 other guys, and we bring somebody in, heaven forbid something happens to you because of that person's carelessness, and I'm kind of vouching for them. So I tend to shy away from riding with people I don't know. I mean, of course you want to get to know the person. You don't want to just blow them off, but riding in a group, and I remember I made a vlog about this years ago, you have to be able to trust the people that you ride with. I mean, Mike, we go back a couple of years, we know we rode with somebody that put you in a dangerous position. I think you remember that. Yeah,
I mean, we've all been there, guys. I mean, riding with people that we don't know is it's not a complete no-no for me. I don't mind, but I like to get the person's vibe a little bit. And the best remedy for that situation is to either ride behind, since I know myself. I try to keep my own cool. Every now and then, everybody gets a little, trigger happy. So I'll give you guys the quickest example of this exact situation. It's one of my latest videos that I did. You saw when I went to Two Wheel Tuesday in Ducati. When I got there, it was really dope. A lot of people started recognizing, hey, you're on YouTube, you do the motivation videos. Well, right when I was leaving, I don't like to hang around too late. I don't know every single person. We talk and stuff like that. I did not include this stuff in my video. I have all the footage. Everybody was like, yo, let's go for a ride. Right after, we're going to go get food and stuff like that. They insisted, and I'm like, nah, I insisted. Dude, 10 minutes into the ride, I'm talking about Superleggeras, V4Ss, a bunch. I'm talking about over 200 grand of Ducatis. Freaking cascading all over the street. It was, I have the entire footage, but not uploading. My channel's not about stuff like that. I don't like to capitalize when bad things happen, but it was just a bad night for a lot of people, and I was fortunate that I was not part of it. Again, I stick to my guns. I stay low-key, ride behind, since I've never ridden with everyone. I ride to the side and just watch, learn people's demeanors, and see. Maybe next time we ride, we can get lit. All right? Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Manny says 3 is this cutoff. It's funny, Manny. We've had 12, 13 of us riding, and it still worked out very well. As long as, like I said, as long as you kind of trust them. You have to be able to trust them. Let's see. The only problem is you can't get everybody in the headsets. That's the sucky thing.
Yeah, I think things has changed on there, guys. Governor D Nice, a big supporter of the channel, mentioned, amazing to me how you have time to do what you do. When you love it, man, you have to make time for it, really. And plus, it's not in my nature to give up when I start something, and that's why I make it happen as much as I can. Just gonna move down. Let's see here. You always gonna.
Oh, okay. Donna Main said he sold his bike, but he's shopping for a new one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Myriad mentioned here the Yamaha 10RA is new king at ASV and 2 right now. So D.
EDV category blowing up.
Oh, by the way, D just asked this very cool question a little bit earlier in the live stream, and I thought I'd go back to it. That's why I'm starting from the top and you're starting at the bottom. He was asking what's my worst experience riding in New York City. I do have a video relating to that, which was probably one of my only viral videos where I got pulled over because of the GoPro, and the cops grilled me, and he couldn't find anything to write me a ticket. He held me for about 40 minutes, asking tons of questions. And I was as polite as possible. And I got in a lot of flack in that video because I was too nice to the cops. Not cops, cop. When I got pulled over asking about the GoPro, it's illegal. The thing is, guys, when you're a black person, in my personal opinion, this does not apply to everyone. This is not to say that all cops are bad. There are good and bad in all walks of life. Black people, white people, cops, non-cops, whatever. My thing is to kill them with kindness. Do as much as you can. Be polite as you can. Even though it doesn't warrant it, I go home, not in a body bag. I go home to my family and just let that be water off my back. It's not something I take personal. As long I'm safe, I don't cause any issues with anybody. That was my approach. But I got so much flack to, oh, you know, you're a pussy. You're so nice to this cop. He doesn't know the law. I'm not gonna battle with a police officer about the law. You know what I mean? Who's gonna win? A citizen or a law-abiding police officer who the government, the state backs? Come on, it's common sense. So that was one of my worst rides.
Yeah. No, you're not gonna win.
By the way, if you want to win any battle with the cops, go to court.
That was a bizarre video, though. That was a bizarre video. I still don't understand what the problem was. But like you said, you know, it was good. It was good because it gave exposure to your channel. I think you did the right thing. You know, you can, what is that saying? You can say I was right, and they'll put it on your tombstone. You don't need the hassle. You went home, everything's fine, and you dealt with it. I
agree. Elijah Clark mentioned he loves my content, that he started watching me and then started a YouTube. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, man. It's thanks to you guys, I'm still able to actually do these videos.
Elijah is a good dude. Manny wants to know, what did he say here? He mentioned something that was kind of funny. Just missed it. Forget it. I lost it. It was so freaking funny.
Dude, Adam, a lot of people miss you, buddy. You're going to have to make some kind of content.
Yeah, Manny wants to know what happened to BX Polymath. Did we bury him in Mike's basement?
Oh, my God. That's an old joke there, man.
He's got a big-ass bike now. He's got a big bike, doesn't he? He bought like a humongous bagger.
Yeah.
You know, and
he's on a huge bagger, a huge Harley guy.
Humongous bike.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. It's beautiful, but it's humongous.
I actually like those bikes, but I just don't see myself being on one of them. I've been considering getting, I really thought to myself to sell the Hyper because all of my bikes are just,
really?
Huh? No, I have titles of all my bikes. I don't, they're mine. I thought to myself,
I'm surprised you would sell it.
No, well, Anna would kill me if I sell any of the bikes. She refused. She's like a hoarder about them or whatever. I wanted to get the a Diavel, like a cruiser style.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I was considering that a lot, but she refused, man. Let me see. Tell Mike to turn off.
I gotta hit up Theo, see how he's doing anyway.
Yeah, maybe we can get some of these guys on the stream, guys. Adam's already testing. Guys, I'm just scrolling down to the comments. Go as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Yes, I can hear you. Blah, blah, blah. Let's pretend.
Manny wants to know what's the best setup to record on the bike right now.
Sorry, one more time. Repeat that one more time.
That's a great question. Manny says, real question, Mike, what's the best setup to record on the bike right now?
Ooh, damn, that's a
question.
That's a great question. I'm gonna go into detail. I'm actually gonna do a whole stream talking about recording, camera placement, best way. There is no best setup. The answer to that question is the best setup per situation. Time of day, what you're trying to capture. For example, if I'm in New York City, if it's daytime, I'm rocking an ND filter. I have cameras pretty much set up on myself for reaction, the road, and then I have basically the cityscape on the side so you can actually see it, because it's an entire experience, really. That's my approach on my videos. I felt like that was my uniqueness, but it's not unique anymore because a lot of people are doing that. I always felt to myself it was one of those things that I was in the forefront doing and never really got credit for and never got to be known for, and that's fine. That's not a big deal. I'm not talking about shit where it's like a big deal about that. Recording your city, your town, is an experience. You know, it's like you want to see it, you're going to feel it, you want to feel the inertia, you want to hear the cars pass you. So all of that stuff. And then for nighttime, we're talking about changing the cooler temperatures. You're talking about higher ISOs. it's a whole science, man. I mean, I love camera work and stuff. So to me, you know, I take a lot of pride in doing that stuff. So we can go a little bit further if you guys want to do a full live stream. I'll show you where they're set up, where they're placed, and how I do them, kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess it's all about telling the story, you know, and how you want to tell it. To me, the most important thing about a video is audio, and I used to love how you would have a second audio to have the on the Monster. What's the exhaust that was on the Monster? The Compworks, right?
I had the Compworks. I have the SCs, and I have a bunch of exhausts. They're still here, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, SC Rockers. But going back in the day, even when you had the Compworks on there, I remember you used to put a mic. You used to have a camera at the back there to record the sound of the bike, which was really cool. Yeah, and I always like that. I don't know, but for me, it's like the helmet audio. I can't watch somebody if they have clicking or wind noise. It's just, you know, it was always a fine line. It was always a science trying to get that down pat. But Termes, you like Termignoni or whatever it is?
Yeah, the Termes were very nice also. Just going down here. Sorry guys, this is quite a bit of comments here. By the way, guys, thank you all for tuning in, man. Really appreciate it, because this is really new, doing the live stream, and I thought it's a great way to pass time over the winter and not let the channel go dormant again. And I refuse to do that. To be honest, this whole week I felt like I failed a little bit, because we produced 4 videos for Motivation USA. They're already uploaded. Everything's done already. And I had to get the live stream set up, figure out the Zoom call. And then I had about 3 videos of my channel, because we do them bulk and then kind of set them out. I did not get to do those, because my ultimate goal was basically have my video, motivation video, and the stream like a triple threat all day. But that got pushed back. So that didn't work out as it should.
Manny was saying he's looking at jet skis.
Oh God, don't talk about jet skis, dude. Anna's just like killing me about this jet ski business.
I'm telling you, it's a lot. I had 2 of them. They're a lot of work. They're fun, but a lot of work, a lot of upkeep.
Guys, the #1 rule about money, I don't know why I'm going towards money, but getting boats is a money pit. Jet skis is something that you spill. The thing is that my wife and I, we live close to the water, and then we always like go near the water, and people with jet skis and stuff. I don't mind knowing people with a boat. We could hang out, but I'm not spending money. I'm stashing mine. So
you know the 2 best days of owning a boat, right?
Do tell.
The day you buy it, and the day you sell it.
Nah. Oh man. All right, guys.
I'm telling you, they're so expensive.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, man. They're something that's a lot to handle. Nice. Not Superleggera, that's a house. Oh, by the way, Kels, I have my buddy just bought a Superleggera, a new one. Most likely I'm gonna have him on also on the stream, and we'll talk about what it's like to own that bike and buying it. I think with tax about $127,000 out the door. Also insurance for that bike. I think insurance was like $36,000 a year. So it's no laughing matter. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, fellas, we're gonna wrap it up. Anything you want to throw in, Adam, before we get out of here?
Nah, man. Just make sure smash that like button much first. It'll be good to see you producing content again. Maybe I'll start watching some motorcycle content again. But I hope everybody's doing well. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and ride safe, everybody. I guess.
Yeah.
Stay out there.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to just hang with us. It means a lot, really, to be honest. Again, I refuse to give up on the channel and what I'm doing and my dreams, and I really want this to be my thing, and like I said, if you guys are here, hitting that thumbs up is always worth it. Super chats or whatever you want to contribute to help out grow the channel, the content, we appreciate it. I will catch you guys next Sunday at 8 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to see someone else you want me to hit up, comment down below, let me know. If you'd like a specific topic, would love to hear that as well. And again, hopefully you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family and everything else. Catch you guys later, man. Peace.